What's up, everybody? Double Top Gamers here, and we've got a slight problem. I'm not 100% sure what actually went wrong or what has gone wrong, but it has asked me to make an avatar and sign up for your free hat. Well, I already signed up for my free golden hat, and I have no idea. Let's just quickly edit avatar, just curiosity. Let's go to hats. Well, we've got this nice little golden cap here. We don't actually have a golden crown. Yes, there we go. There's a golden crown. Is that the golden crown which it's telling me to sign up for? Let's go back. Nope, it's telling me to sign up for this kind of golden mechanic hat. Was there a golden mechanic hat there? Let's just have one more check. Is that a golden mechanic? No, it's a golden baseball. So we don't actually have that. So we've lost that as well. Okay, so I'll sign up to that afterwards. So, I logged on to record. This is why I'm a little bit late getting this episode out, because I've been trying to work out where the hell it's went to. Now, last episode we created a little bit of a park, and when I went to load that park up, I click on resume. Nothing. No careers, no challenges, no sandboxes, nada. Got no downloads. We got nothing. We got downloads actually from the Steam Workshop, where I checked out some other people's really nice looking parks, like Lady Designer. But we don't have our Let's Play, so we're going to have to start from scratch, which it's kind of a bad thing, but not so much, because we didn't really do a massive amount on the last episode. Well, we kind of placed down some information boosts and laid down some paths, but that's not the point. Where the hell's my game went to? I'm not too sure, so I do apologise for that. Let's just put DTG LP S1. Let's just do that for quickness. Start new. Let's get back into Deciduous. So we're gonna like have to redo everything, I'm afraid, and that kind of sucks. But let's hope it's not gonna happen now on in the future. I tried to find the save games folder in my documents, and it just wasn't there. So I'm not sure that it's saved correctly. Maybe last time. I'm not 100% sure what actually went on. I have absolutely no idea. So this is back to here. So we'll just say the first episode was a little bit of a learning curve, and everything seems to reset. Even the tutorials are coming up. I haven't changed anything in the options, so we're just going to see how it goes. Now we're going to delete all this path out quickly here. Just get rid of this. We're going to have some nice people in the park in a minute. They're not going to be too happy. That seems to be a little bit bigger than that, doesn't it? Can we do like a huge path from there? A massive length, maybe? Whoa, Jesus. Let's just take that down a notch. Let's go back to 4. Yeah, we're just going to keep it at 4. So, we decided to go for this little nice cobblestone path last time. Now, I've put angle snap on to make it a little bit easier snapping some of our path system. Actually, what am I doing? I don't want to do that there. I want to just take this out here a second. Let's just get some things corrected. Let's grab a hold of this, press this button, I do believe, for select building, and then we can move this to here, I believe. Is that going to allow us to put that here? Yeah, there we go. Happy days. So we've actually moved the park, because we're going to do a little entrance here eventually. Now, since we've lost everything, we're going to lay this out slightly different now. What we're going to do is we're going to bring it up here. This is going to be the entrance to the park, and we're going to move this along about 2 here. And is that going to allow us to just 1, 2 here? Does that look alright? Can we get a grid going? Can we see the grid, please? Yes, we can see the grid. So, I want to have this maybe it's a bit like this time. Maybe this would work. This might work a little bit well, because when you come to a park, if you ever been to like Universal Studios or a theme park in general, no doubt you have at some point in your life. When you first enter the park, you have this kind of town square, we'll say. It's a nice little area. Now, we've got to section this off here. And the reason I'm going to do this like this, you'll see. It'll make sense in a minute. It will make perfect sense. So, we've got this nice little area. Now, we could branch it off from here. We're just going to do it like this, so we're just going to get that path laid down. Nothing too fancy, nothing too complicated right now, because we lost everything. So we've got this nice little area. Now I'm going to put some trees here. And I'm going to have our information booths. or possibly toilets. We're gonna slot something into this little section here for our little park guests who are standing right there at the moment, wondering where the hell's the path gone to, because the path has disappeared. So let's get information booth. Would you sit in there, because you're a grid, so you should fit. And again, we don't really want. Yeah, let's scrap that. Let's put our information. Let's just not put any information booths in right now. Let's do something a little bit more fun. Let's kind of lay out a path system. Let's get the paths completely laid out first. So we're still following the grid. Select grid. It makes life so much easier if you're following a grid. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to have 8 off in that direction. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 off into that fantastic little direction right there. This we're going to branch off on an angle eventually as well as here. We're not going to do that yet though. We're going to get 8 going out here. We're just going to square this off a little bit here. Just like so. So we've got a little bit of foundation. Now we can start putting in some things like our shops were originally. Let's just put that there. Is that correct? Nope, that's not correct. Let's take that one out there. So there we go. We got our kind of, let's say it's a little dude. A little kind of a plane or whatever you want to call it. So this is going to allow us to put buildings in. And our bits and bobs. So let's stop placing paths now. Let's go into custom. And shops and facilities. Now we're going to put these back in. So information booths. Without it connecting too much to the grid, we're just going to kind of... Actually, oh no. Undo that. I don't want that levitated. There is a way to kind of... Can we hold down space maybe? Snap that to a grid. I want to get it very, very kind of centered here. Maybe we can't actually do that. Let's just put one here. And one there. So that should line up reasonably even. Yeah, it does. It's pretty damn good. So these are information booths. So that's going to be a little shacks which we done last time. Quickly put them together. But I'll do a lot of that off camera. Let's just lay this out. Let's get this all laid out how we would want it. Maybe there's a toilet there. A toilet there. Now we can split these away. These are all attached to a grid at the moment, which isn't practical, but we can split that away. That one's actually... That's completely out of line. Let's just move that there. It's not perfect, but it doesn't need to be. It really doesn't need to be. So you're going to come into the park and you're going to basically... There's your toilets. And there's your bits and bobs. Now we don't want to be putting too much. Maybe put like a coffee or a drink stall in there. Let's just slot in... Let's get a milkshake, cosmic milkshake, about here. And we could probably get Street Fox coffee. That sounds good. Everyone loves coffee. I love coffee. So, we got our little bits and bobs. So we're going to turn this whole entire area with some scenery, some nice bits and bobs, into our main section when you first come into the park. Now, these are branched off for a reason. So, I'm going to take the rides. It's just a shame. You know, I'm kind of upset that we lost our little bit at the beginning. This is very, very kind of neatly tidy, and we'll branch out. We're going to break away from that eventually. But it's a shame. I don't know what the hell happened to that save game. And that kind of, it frustrates me a little bit. Because I had some great plans for that park. Now, where do we want to slot this? Maybe we want a big centerpiece when we first come in. And that is as big as it gets, I suppose. That is absolutely huge. So if we put that, maybe it's about... Let's say about here. When you first come in, you're going to see this nice big little wheel right there. And we can line this up perfectly to Maybe it's here. Maybe we placed the exit about... Yeah, I'm just eyeballing it. That's how it's done. Now I want to take possibly... This looks good for a path. And just, I want to bring it just about... Just literally right next to there. And it's the same with the exit. Now I'm going to get a cobblestone path again. We're going to put that there. That's going to change that up slightly. And I want to connect that. Now this is going to be a bit of a tricky one because that would not allow it because of this bit. So we'll just take that out completely there. So we can put some nice scenery in the middle of here. But that's with first ride. That's with big wheel. So you're going to come in. Let's just press T and go into... Come out of that a second. Let's go into free mode. So when you first come into the park, you're going to come out and you're going to see this huge wheel right there. You're going to get all these little parks, and these are all going to be nice little buildings which we're going to get going eventually. And I think that's pretty damn good. Now what I wanted to do this episode, what I did have planned, let's just open that. This episode originally was to... Whoa. Wow, it's so sensitive, the controls on this. You fly around all over. What I did have planned is I wanted to put a big-ass roller coaster behind that. Now, because we lost the park, that's kind of delayed us. We've pushed it back just slightly. Probably episode 3 we're going to do that. But what I want to kind of focus on now is kind of work on this little bit of an area. Now, we've got some things laid out. But I want to get some of our base gentle rides in. Because when you first come into the park, you don't go straight to a roller coaster. You don't have none of this crazy stuff. But what we're going to do is we're going to take this nice little... carousel, and I wonder if can we fit that in? Would that fit in there? Or what's it saying no to? It will not go in there. There's plenty of room to go in there. What are you lying for? Is that because is the ground uneven maybe? It very much might be uneven. It will not go there no matter which way you look at it. So let's put a carousel there. And let's possibly... I know everything's kind of uniform right now. Let's possibly get a chair there. Oh, that's bigger again. Let's get a chair in there. So we've got a little gentle ride section going on there. Let's just place the entrance. We're going to have one entrance here. Lined up. I'm going to have the exit just there, actually. That works out absolutely perfect. I'm just going to have... Nothing fancy, just a straight line. Just a little line. Right there. Let's just open that one up. And let's select this. Like I said, it seems a little bit rushed right now. But we're just trying to populate a little bit. Fill in some of the space. Kind of progress. And try to recover what we actually lost. And that's going to be a very, very short line. That's not going to work there at all. So this one we're going to have to rethink. We're going to have to maybe place the entrance... Do this one slightly different. Maybe place the entrance here. And the exit... The exit we could just attach right there, actually. Nice little curve. So it's not so straight, not so full on. Now I'm no park building expert. I tend to just kind of... I get a feel for something, and that's kind of where I go. That's going to open there. Perfect. Perfect! That is fantastic. Right, so we got 3 rides in the park. Not a total loss. Not a total loss at all. Not too bad. Not too bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back. I'm going to decorate some of these up. I'm going to do a little bit of work. We're going to come right back. And I will be with you very shortly. Okay, so it's been about 30 minutes. I'm just doing this little bit. I'm not joking. Doing the little details and the little extra tiny little touches and things really takes up a lot of time in this game. A lot of time. So, what I've done is, I put all the wood around like we did on episode 1. But I changed it up slightly, put some more little bit of wood plank on there, made the windows pop out a little bit more. So what I've done is I put some bushes. Now I started off with the rocks, and these little rocks give us a little idea, so I want to do a bit of that on camera. And I put down some kind of old bushes where they haven't really got the light because of the tree in the background, so they've kind of like decayed, so to speak. But we've got some nice red flowers, which have kind of poppy looking flowers, which have popped in behind there. So we've got little trees as well. Put some little pots down here, just get a little bit of detail on a couple of benches. Nice lamppost light and a bin. So that little bit of a section, we've got some bushes down here as well. That little bit of a section is done. As you can see, we've changed the back slightly as well. So I like how that's turned out. It looks really good. Just for like a little information shack. Now, I was going to build all this area up, and we probably will do little bits and bobs. We will populate all the map. But one thing got me thinking, and now I've seen this done quite a bit. Now, if we go into scenery, I believe it's under nature, we have these little small rocks. How many different types? We got, that's too big. Way too big. Do we have anything a little smaller? Maybe it's like a little pebble as such. Now these rocks are absolutely huge. What's that one like? Is that still a bit too big? We might have to do kind of a little custom rock. But let's go with this one first of all, up the top. Let's just try this out together. Let's see how this would go. So if we hold down shift, can we shrink it a little bit? Just a tiny little bit. So what I want to do is I want to put that one in that corner first of all. So let's just raise that up a bit. I want to kind of hide. Maybe this little kind of, can we flip that a bit? Let's put that one down there. Shrink that one down just a little bit more. Put that there. And kind of just keep the same rock, but just keep pressing Z. And just rotate it slightly. So we get this kind of little bit of a rock formation going around. Nothing too fancy. It looks a bit ugly, but a bit unnatural at the same time. There is a better way of doing it, but this is the first time I've ever tried this, so let's just kind of just randomly place the rocks around the edge of here. Just around the curb. Now you can see a little bit of that curb still, but it's not to worry because what we're trying to achieve here is not so much. And we can hold down Z as well and just alter it slightly, just to kind of change the shape of it. Let's up that one a little bit bigger there. Now I like how that's going so far. We might do this on all of them. Now the finished result I'm hoping is going to be quite nice. But we're just going to quickly speed through this and just keep placing rocks as we go. Probably not the most interesting footage, me placing rocks right now. But once we've done this, I'll do a lot of this, rest of this off camera after this episode, because I am very conscious of the time. Because like I say, I love this game. There's so much you can do in this game, but it takes a hell of a lot of time. And these aren't something like we can kind of do in, like, we can't build a whole entire park in one episode. You couldn't do it. You couldn't do whole entire buildings. These take a couple of sittings. Like, I'm recording this like stupidly late right now. My wife's already asleep in bed. But I just love it. Now look at that. Now we've got this kind of really natural looking rock formation. And I like how that is. So then what we can do is if we go to bushes. And let's get this first of all. Let's get a little bit of dead bush here. So hold down shift and let's see if we can fit that in to just a little bit. I don't want it too much kind of sticking out. Yeah, it's a bit too. Let's just pull that down ever so slightly. I just want a little bit of that showing through. Now let's go back to bushes. And let's have a look at this one. This is the red floral bush which we used on the other side. That's another really big one, but let's just shrink that into that corner there. Oh, damn it, I caught that there. I caught that and I didn't want to catch that. Let's just shrink that into that corner that moves here. Moves one about here. So far so good. And then we can take, who's this? Who's this little bush here? Let's just shrink that into here. And you can see where I'm going with this. Let's get this little white one. Let's just shrink it about here and just get that into there. And just kind of start placing all these little bushes, little different colours. Make it kind of like a little flower garden. Maybe we could put one. What about here, maybe? And let's take some of these. Get a little bit more of a Yellow fuel. Nothing too specific. Never want anything too specific. Let's put that in there. That's quite big. Now, do I like the look of that? No, I don't. Control set. Let's get rid of that. So that's looking very, very plain. Very, very strange right now. Let's take a this. Nice little fern. Oh, they're nice and bright and vibrant. Let's get a... We definitely want one of them in at least. We can't put that one in there because that would kind of crowd it too much, maybe. Get some of that in just to cover the ground. Let's sink that about there. Yeah, I like that. I like that. So we've got this little flower god. And I like that. I like how that is. Now what I want to do is I want to get like a little tree maybe, and when I say little, that one's pretty damn bloody big, but let's just off-center this just to here. I'm going to hit X on this, we're going to hit that, and we're going to go into rotate. We're just going to turn it a little bit again. Maybe one more. Just to kind of thicken out that tree. So it's on a little bit of an angle. But we've got a tree there. And I think that really kind of gives the park a little bit more detail. And then what we can do is we can come into possibly lights. Beyond the lights, a little bit of lights and decorations, and we can get this kind of... Oh shit, that's huge. There's a little lamp, and just put a little bit of lamp, a little bit of light there, and a little bit of light there. Nothing too fancy. It works. It might be a little bit cluttered, but like I said, it's the first time we've actually done anything like this. So then we could take a little bit of a bench and put a bench maybe there and there, and put one on that side. Because you see this in parks, you see little bits and bobs like this in theme parks. We've got a nice little sitting area, so they can come in the park and just kind of relax. Now I want to take that and I want to put that there, there, and there. So what we can do is we can select all that, I believe, using the multi-selection tool, just like that, and that should hopefully have... Has that got everything, maybe? I don't think it has. Does it have that bench? We're about to find out. Now what we can do is we can see if this is a blueprint. Scenery building pieces 75. So it doesn't seem to be anything else. Can we control? We can't duplicate. So we would have to probably save that as a whole entire blueprint. And to be able to move it over onto this section. Now what we could do on there to kind of break it up is we can rotate it. So let's say if this is a blueprint. And blueprint, let's just call this... I don't know. What shall we call it? Flower bench. Let's call it flower bench. Now that's completely way off. I don't know why that's over there, but let's just... Actually, I know why that's over there, but let's give it a description. Park purpose, because we're never going to upload this anyhow. So, add tags. Let's select scenery. We'll select nature. Create blueprint. Now this is obviously, this is just for personal use. Now we can go to my blueprint, and that should be there. Flower bench, there it is. There is the flower bench. And we can rotate this. It didn't actually take the benches. Oh, that sucks. Now we can press X on that. We can just move it over maybe to there. Lift it up just slightly. Don't want it up too much. Just want it up just a little bit, just to hide the pathway. That's why we designed it for. It's just to hide the pathway slightly. And we'll have to probably do a little bit of tweaks because things like this are coming through, but that's not too bad, to be fair. And that might be because we've got it. Let's just rotate it this way. That's not bad. We can get a couple of little bit of rocks anyways. We can tidy this up. We can tidy this up, but it is simple as that, ladies and gentlemen. It is simple as that. So we could just maybe up it, just sing it up a little. Just, is that right? Does that look right? That looks right to me. That looks alright. No, it needs to go up a little bit. Just a little bit because of the rocks. Just ever so slightly. Just lift it about there.
So yeah, that's fine. So what we could do is we could select one of these. We can hit X, and we can just move it slightly, just slightly over like that. That allows us just to adjust it, just to where we need it. But I'll work all them little bits and bobs out anyways off camera. So that's what I kind of want to do. I want to take this and just Control D again and just keep snapping them in. I don't want them to be perfect. Don't want that to be perfect at all. But when you come into the park, let's just have a quick look at that. So you walk in the park and you got this nice little area here. You're going to have that the same over there. You got these nice little areas. Not sure what we're going to do about this here. But yeah, that kind of works. So I really like the progress we've done. Yeah, fair enough, we did lose the last bit of the park, which is a shame. But I feel like we've got something a little bit better because I learned the controls off the first one. So I am very happy. I am very happy so far the way that kind of looks. I hope you all are. Until then, thank you very much for watching another episode of Planet Coaster. If you're liking that series, hit the like button and post in the comments below. Let me know what your ideas and thoughts are. So until then, stay safe everybody. You're all awesome. Peace out.